I'm Severine. I run Smithereen Farm in Washington County, Maine, and I'm a young granger. The Grange is a fraternity started by farmers. Well, started by progressives who wanted to use culture making in the repair of agricultural economies that were destroyed by the Civil War. So, but the Grange is the first one to let women in as full members. And these are the principles of the Grange: in essentials unity, in non-essentials liberty, and in all things charity. So the songs of the Grange help us transmit that culture to the next generation. So we recorded a record of the Grange songs.
Plow deeps the motto of the patrons, and the mighty helm of state shall yet feel the farmer's hand. Plow deeps the motto of the
So the patrons he's talking about is the patrons of husbandry. So we're a good husband to the land, and it's a morality. There's a cooperative economy that is described by the Grangers, which was an antithesis to the combinations that were the monopolies of the era. So we know about the Rockefellers, but we might not remember that the trains and finance and oils, those were all big trusts that were growing. So the farmer's vision of an economy was to cooperate, to have the kind of equal might. And it's very symbolic of his nose about how to work it.
That's cool.
Anyway, we did this one also of more punk agrarian. So a lot of young farmers have old farm trucks, and there's a tape deck in there. So all of our projects are about affirming young people entering agriculture.
Great.
And their literacy, their voices. We publish the New Farmer's Almanac, which is a literary journal. There's about 100 people. Every other year we manage, because everybody's also farming. So that's been going for a while. And then this is our farm that we run in Maine. We make seaweed products and herb teas, and we're really into wild fruit and wild seaweed and wild herbs, but then adding value so that we can get it to the city.
Right.
For those who don't live in the wild.
Right, and some in the actual physical granges, some of them are falling apart. Right?
Yes, so we did an inventory of the Grange halls and civic halls, because they're not only granges, there's Knights of Pythia, Knights of Columbus, the Shriners, the Masons, and in our region we have a kind of unique density of these historic halls. So we did an inventory to see, okay, well, which ones are still, there's 51 that are still used by fraternal orders. There's 48 that have been reused, adaptively reused as a community center, museum, church, or privately owned. And then, of course, the next phase is coping with the fact that many of these halls are, like our democracy, needing refurbishment. And how do we refurbish? Well, we have to participate in that process.
Right.
So that's and likely we will need also some external funds to be mobilized.
Right. Well,
here's a brochure. You can come down east. This is a map of all the farms in Downeast in Washington County, and we're on there, so you can come and see us.
we will.
And it's online accessible. There's Nadine. She runs the little grocery store on Route 1 that we have.
Sorry.
Yep.
Well, wait, yeah, I mean, we felt like when we my partner in college. Maybe not going to college.
Yeah, wow. I realized it.